Alright, second puzzle box over here. So, basically I have to change everyone except that one. Excuse me a second. And 3. Hey, I did it. Didn't even have to press the button or hold it or nothing. So I forget whose puzzle box, pod slash thing, whatever this is. How's that for coherent sentences? I guess maybe we'll find out when we take a ride. Now we're going up. Interesting. Looks like we're going along the neck of the guitar, possibly to the pegboards. Yeah, I think you can just see them. Yeah, I remember this from the drawing. So we're in the pegboards now, which was... or the Peghead, I guess. Luke's. So this is Luke's area. Okay. So we got 3 things. Don't know what to do. Press the button, and we switch over there. Press the button again, and switch over there. Okay. What, pray tell, does the switching do? Whoa, where the hell am I going? Aha! I see. Interesting. Yes. What? So if we press a button... goes to that. And presumably if we press it again, it goes right back to the other symbol. Okay. Interesting. So is there a station like that for each of the pegs? Possibly. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. I was gonna say, this arrow is in a different position than the first one. The first one was up in the top right. This one's here in the middle, but maybe that corresponds to, you know, where the pegs are in a guitar. So I may need to write all the symbols down, just so I'll have reference to them. Door, I'm assuming? Uh-huh. Alright. So let's see what we got on the other side. Oh. Then again, maybe it doesn't. Okay. So here's a question. I got that center device set so the 3 lights on the left are lit. This one's on the right side, so if I press anything, is anything going to happen? No. Okay. So that powers those devices, basically. We going up now? Okay. I don't remember that being in any of the other alcoves. Okay, we can still go downstairs. That's just that ain't a thing. That's just plain. Okay. I was not expecting that. I was expecting more of the same. Why you gotta throw different shit at me? I'm confused enough as it is with what I've seen. So was there... I'll have to go back and look. Was there a staircase like this on the other side? And then here, we got more of the same. Okay, so it looks like these arrows range from middle top to middle bottom, going around the right side of a circle. He says in an attempt to sound somewhat intelligent. Okay. So I think this is the middle one. Yeah. And yeah, there was no stairway up on this side. Okay. Oh, hello. Another compass-looking thing. Like at the lookout point. Is there a way down there? It's very windy, wherever it is. Ah! I was trying to see if we could look out these windows. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh. Did I see another hallway or am I going blind? Oh, this is just... Oh! Oh, never mind. I saw this staircase and it completely didn't register because for some reason I thought that's how we got in here. No, we can go down here. Okay. All right. So I know most of the guitar peg devices up there that we were looking at had two symbols. And also I just noted the triangular note in the middle there. It's upside down, so it'd be like this, which would make it Fa. So Fa in Peghead. Okay. And some of these... Oh, do we maybe need to go up on the balcony and look down at it? Okay, yeah, all right, that's how we would have found it. All right. I was going to say, some of these have what look like silver panels on the back and some don't, but I wonder if that's just because some of them are rotated a certain way. Okay, let's go back to this control panel over here. Because I noticed there... Okay, yeah, there's a panel there. And if we press this again... Yeah, okay. So that's probably just for, like, set decoration. Here's a quarter circle. Like, in the first device we saw. So if you press that and rotate it... Yeah, I think that was the other symbol. Okay. Now if we press this, what happens? Nothing. So here's the weird thing. Unless I totally miscounted, there's only 6 pegs on the guitar of Alida. And there's 8 of these symbols here. Do they, I wonder... Do each of those rotating things correspond to a compass direction? That's entirely possible. But again, unless I'm going totally crazy, there were only 6 pegs. Let me go back to the cabins. Actually, first off, let me try something. Switch this. I mean, yeah, there's 6 pegs. Surely. But I'll confirm that in a second. I was going to say I want to go back to the cabins and look at Aaron's map of the island. Because it'd be better to get a far-off view of it. Anyway, I'm trying to find... Was it this one? Yeah. So what happens if I press this button now that this side is powered? Okay, it just rotates the... I don't know why I thought anything different. Oh. It doesn't rotate a full way, though. Like, 180 degrees. Like... Well, I was going to say the others, but we only messed with one other one. Okay. Interesting. So does this have 6 positions? Or no. It would have 8 positions, right? Because yeah, this is like a compass needle. Okay. Oh. It only has 4 positions. Or is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4... 5 positions. Point being, it does not rotate 360 degrees. Just gets more and more confusing. Alright, let me refresh my memory. What was up here? Other than that? Nothing. Okay. So yeah, let me go back, take a look at Aaron's map. And then have a think on this. Okay. That's interesting. So I went back to the map in Aaron's cabin and I confirmed the guitar only has 6 pegs. Now I'm here in, yeah, there we are. I'm here in this particular peg, the one with the compass needle that has 5 positions. And I turned this one. I turned the needle 1 position just to see if it had any effect on the colored light upstairs, and as you saw, it did. Or actually, it didn't have an effect on the light per se, more the color that it's pointing at. So, let's note down all the colors. Okay. So I've confirmed a couple of things. One, I noted down each of the colors that we look at when we adjust the compass needle in the middle right peghead. Assuming it is a compass needle, when it's pointing straight up, or north, it's looking at a yellow light. Northwest looks at a white light, west is red, southwest is green, and straight down or south is blue. Also, while I was going back to Aaron's cabin to look at his map, I stopped by that lookout point, you know, the one that looks down on the ruins, that had the other compass needle, the one that had the sort of colored posts around it, and I noted down which color post was in which position. They were in, there were 8 of them in the compass directions. North, south, east, west, northwest, and so forth. But they don't match up to what the middle peg's needle looks at. For instance, when the middle peg is pointing straight up, it's looking at a yellow light. But according to the lookout compass, yellow is to the east. So I don't know if those two are related or not. Also, each of the pairs of symbols in the other pegheads also, they all have only 2 positions to flip between. Not sure what else to do. I may look at the pegheads again, the control panels, and see, just note down what the pairs of symbols are, where the arrow indicator is on their screen, and so forth. And see if anything dawns on me there. Okay, I've got all the pairs of symbols noted down. Now, I want to, first off, find the compass room. There it is. I want to compare them with what we've got going on here. So this arrow right here, basically where the balcony is north. So let's see. We definitely know this one, this pair of symbols is represented by one of the dials. That looks like one half of them. Maybe it'd be better if I went down to the control panel and flipped them around. There we go. Okay. So that one's north. East. Yeah. Southeast and east are definitely represented. Let's see. This one, I think. Oh. Okay, interesting. So on this one, this sort of right triangle looking one, this was one of a pair of symbols on one of the flipped bits, but the other one is a half circle, which is over here. So if I press this one, what does this flip around to? Basically a straight up and down triangle, which again is on one of the pairs of symbols, but it's paired up with this M looking one. And in fact, this one is paired up with a half square, which I don't see. Let's see, is it on this one? Oh no, that's... Okay. Let's see, what was this one again? A circle and a straight up and down triangle? Yeah. Which is somewhat confusing because it looks like this one is that pair as well. Yeah. Okay, so that's throwing me off completely. Let's see, out of curiosity, what's this one? Sort of a house-looking one, and there's the half square. Alright, so I am somewhat confused by all the goings-on here. So I'm going to leave this for now, because while I was piddling around in here, it dawned on me, or I suppose I should say maybe re-dawned on me, that we opened up yet another path. We opened up that door with the people in it. Which I gotta remember where that is. But yeah, we could take a look in there. And hopefully find more progress and more clues. Because granted, don't get me wrong, I will look at the walkthrough if I have to. But I'd rather not. I'd rather try and figure out, with any game really, I'd rather try and figure out as much as I possibly can on my own. But, at the end of the day, I'm playing these for my enjoyment, and I got nothing to prove to anybody, so if I have to look at a walkthrough, I'll look at a walkthrough. Fuck it. I think it was this hallway here that led to what should now be an open door. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing several shadows move. And also it's got the symbol for so on it. Looks like a fucking rave in there with the multicolored lights. Oh! Remember that room with the shit floating around? I think we found it. Okay. Didn't actually want to come in. Because, yeah. Okay, never mind. I was wanting to look at that. I thought it was a control panel of some kind, but I guess it's like hinges. Maybe I should save my game. Because, whoever wrote that journal kinda made it seem like they got stuck in there without assistance. Oh yeah, they did say they had to crash through the door. But yeah, I don't necessarily want to share that fate. Although, hell, I may have to. Well, I can't move. Damn it. Wonder if there's something I'm supposed to click on and grab. Oh, nope, didn't want to do that. Let's see, can I... Nope, can't click the door. Oh, hello, there's a switch. What are you? Okay, white lights. Another white light. Another white light. Can only have one of these rectangles on. At a time. Oh! 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 Circle! With the dots, and it's the language. Or what I thought was the language. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, is this how I translate? Okay, what's the first letter? Alright. Top bar, single dot here. Six short dots? That don't sound like a letter. Okay, let's try the next letter. Bottom bar, top dot. Again, six short beeps. Top bar, bottom dot. Okay, well, so much for that. See, can I press any other button while the beeping's going on? I cannot. Also, did it do a different number of beeps that time? That was the first letter in the message. Nope, still six. Well, fuck. Oh! Does it show up there? Is the beeps a timer? Got it. Okay. Okay. So, the message reads, code for all vault doors, set numbers to 2, press button for 6 seconds. Now, the only place I've seen numbers is in the middle puzzle box that... let me get this out of the way. There we go. The middle puzzle box that led us to Luke's room. I can't remember if there were numbers or not. Granted, you can press and hold the button, but I'm not sure what effect that would have on the vault doors. Might try it, I don't know. And also, just in case I need it, I got all the other letters transcribed. Anyways, back to this. So what was that place anyway? I know I read about it in the journal earlier, and it's probably on the map in Aaron's cabin. But I can't remember if it was listed. Alright, so... just for shits and giggles, we'll set all these to 2. Press the button for 6 seconds. Oh! No! Come back! Top, bottom, bottom. Top, bottom, top. Bottom, bottom. So now I gotta try and remember where all the vault doors are. I remember where one is, in particular. So, if that's the code we gotta press in, then what's the microphone for? Because didn't I read somewhere that the microphones are tuned to a sound? Well, let's just try the code first. So top, bottom, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, bottom. Okay. Open sesame. No, it's still not opening. Okay, so it does need a sound. Maybe that's now sort of set to listen out for the guitar strings, as it were. Aaron and or Kivas, or whatever his name is, still not wanting to say hi. Okay. Have I found all 4 vaults? Is the next question. I think I found at least 3, that one included. I've seen the vaults so many times, and now I can't remember where they were. There was one in the underwater bunkers, so I need to go take a ride on this thing again. Oh, duh. The third one was next to the elevator where, yes, okay, I have seen all 4 then. Because this one I'm going to... There's the one with Aaron in it. There's the one we're going to in the underwater bunkers. There's the one in the same room as the elevator that goes up to the plectrum. And then there's the one that had the guitar in it that gave us the clue for the second puzzle box. So yes, we have seen all 4 vaults. It was this way. Turn on rocket mode. There we go, much better. Much better, he says, as rocket mode fails to engage. There we go. Okay, come on down here. I believe it was down this passageway. Yep, there we go. And this is the one with the spooky lamp. Okay. So. Did it press? It's not pressing. Why is it not pressing? The buttons aren't there. Okay. Well, fuck. Alright, well, as long as I'm here, refresh my memory about what this does. Just shows the guitar. Gives us a view of that thing. And that's it. Not sure if I should take note of the position the pegs are in or not. That's a problem for another time. Okay, back to the vault, so... Come on. There we go. So this one is missing buttons, so we can't deal with it for now. Alright. Let's find our way to the other 2 then. Okay, so... I'll leave rocket mode on for this for the moment. Even though it's not doing anything. There we go. Alright, so I'll go to that one first, and then I'll leave the one for the elevator to the plectrum for last. Because that's going to be right next to one of the vaults. Or right next to the plectrum. You know what I mean. Okay, here we are. Rocket mode off. And again, it's missing the buttons. Well, what the fuck? Remind me, what was down here again? Oh, right, that's where we lifted the door to go to the fun room. Alright, so this vault is a bust. Alright. Here we are in here again. And surely we'll be able to mess with this vault. Because surely more than one... Yeah, this one's got buttons. I could have sworn that at least more than one did. Press the buttons. Shut up. Stop rambling. Okay. Well, we got at least 2 vault doors primed. So let's see if strumming the strings has any effect. Alrighty. Do your thing, strings. Now I'm trying to remember if I've seen any buttons lying around somewhere. Okay. The strings have strung. What did that do, if anything? Yeah, that's definitely a door. Strangely enough, our friend didn't try and open it. Yep, light's still green. Okay. Doors didn't open. So, obviously, the strings are tuned wrong. Damn. Here I was really thinking I made progress. There's still this to consider. May have to sleep on this. Good morning. This is a fucking complicated puzzle. Maybe not necessarily in terms of what's required to understand it, although there is a bit of that. Just more in terms of all the components and the parts and the steps involved in solving it. Yeah. So, here's what I think I understand. And part of this is a peek at the walkthrough, part of this is me. Obviously, the other compass, the one at the lookout, the one with the colored wooden pegs around it, is the clue to this. Now, because of that, and because of the fact this looked like a compass needle, I figured this was somehow tied into the compass directions, and as a result, the more obvious situation did not occur to me. This, obviously, it's got 5 positions. This is the middle right peg, if you'll remember. This points at which of the other 5 pegs you look at when you climb up and take a look through this porthole. Where is it? There it is. Yeah. It's currently pointing straight up, so it's pointing at the top right peg right now. And, of course, each of the pegs has a light shining through it. The top right peg has a yellow light shining. But wait, there's more. If we go to the control panel for the top right peg, and currently I've got the right set of pegs, the right hand set of pegs, that is, powered. Again, the rest of the control panels have a set of 2 symbols, and if we press the button, we switch the symbol. But more than that, if we come up once again to the porthole in the middle right peg and look out the window, you see the light has changed because the peg is rotated. So now the light that we're facing is giving off a sort of a pinkish hue. So put that together with all the other pegs and whatnot, you basically got a total of 10 symbols represented by the different control panels, each with their own colored light. And now, once you got that noted down, which I don't yet, you take that information down here, and basically this is north, I believe. You gotta figure out, remember which colored peg is in which position from the other compass. Basically figure out which color is associated with which direction. Like say north, what is north? North is blue. So you gotta figure out which of these two symbols is blue, flip it to the correct symbol, do that for each of these, and then finally this center button will... I just hope I got all that right because I'm about to go do a lot of back and forth shit. Okay. Got all the symbols noted down. I've got their associated colors noted down. And this is fun because there were some colors that weren't represented by a colored peg at the other compass, like cyan and orange, and one of the symbols, as I bumped my mic, didn't have a color light showing. And you know. But the only color that I noted down that's missing from what was represented by the pegs is purple, so presumably that's the color we need. So, hopefully, we can go around, identify which symbol we need on each of these things, and hopefully press the button. So this, I'll just double check. North is that arrow right there. So this is north, and north is blue. So we need the symbol associated with blue out of these two, which it's actually on the symbol right now. It's the upward triangle. So, come over here to northeast, which is white. And again, it's on the symbol it needs to be. It's the M shape. East is yellow, this one. And this one needs to be flipped. We need the nipple shape. There we are. Come to southeast, which is green, and it's currently on a green symbol, but on the peg that had the green light, both the symbols on it had green light. So let me just double check the other symbol. No, that's a cyan light. Cyan wasn't even on the compass, so no, flip that shit around. That's our green symbol. South is red, and we need a square shape. Good. Southwest is blue, so once again, we need the triangle. Yes, excellent. Now, we come to west and northwest. Those are both purple. And again, we don't know... One of the symbols had a missing light, so the missing light is purple, and actually northwest is on the right symbol, so hopefully the other side of west has that symbol as well. It does. So now, hopefully, all the correct symbols should be facing inward, and we should press this button, and something should happen. Oh, thank fuck. We open up to the water. We can take a dive. We can swim. We can just swim away from Alida. Let the current sweep our worries away. Oh, no, something's coming up. Never mind. Thought we had an escape opportunity. Nope. Instead of which, this goes kerplunk. And we raise that up like a Josh Groban song. And we have that, whatever that is. Let's go take a closer look, I guess. Sure, let's step into the alien pod. What could go wrong? I see nothing but happiness coming from this decision. Are we going down into the water? We're going down into the water, aren't we? Well, time to drown, folks. Hope you had fun. Oh, shit, there was... I just noticed there were symbols flying by. Although, granted, it seemed to be just the same note as on the compass room. I forget which one it was. I think it was Fa, and a bunch of checkerboard symbols. I hope I didn't miss any. Okay. Now we're here. Where is here, other than underwater? Whoo! We got a fucking missile silo going on? What the hell is this? It's a long way down. Can we look up? We can look up. Can't really see much, but we can look up. Alright. So what do we got ourselves into? Another one of those things. Okay, a window sort of like what we had in the compass room up in the Pegheads. Oh! Okay. So, the screen in the underwater bunkers had the strings highlighted. This one has the Pegheads highlighted. And if we activate the screen... Oh, okay. I was going to say, this is showing us what we already know, but it's not actually. Because I'll bet you what it's showing us is what each of the Pegheads needs to be set to for the giant plectrum to play the right notes for the vaults to open. Okay. Excuse me while I note that shit down. Oh, hello, there's rooms. Okay. I wanted you to turn. Okay, you just turned around. Alright, so there's a room off to the side here. And it looks like that's the only one. Okay. So what have we got up here? Oh. Oh! This is the other side of the funky room. And a disengaged button. A dislodged button. A broken button. A useless button. Where are we going? I have no idea. It's like we can only go like the 4 corners of the island or something like that. So yeah, there's the conservatory there. There's the sphere there. Funky room there. Can't look up or down. Oh, we can look up here. Yeah, there's the elevator shaft up to that. Uh-huh. Okay, that's the stairs down. Don't want that just yet. So do I need to fix this button with something, or is this just for information? Yeah, we can look up here. Uh-huh. Oh, there's sort of a plus pattern going on. Maybe that's, that fits into there. Maybe we can come back here later once the elevator's lowered? I don't know. Because I'm not seeing anything right now from any of the angles we can look up at. Alright. Keep a mental note of that. Which I'm so good at. Alright. So, head back down the elevator. And I will try and pay closer attention to the symbols that go flashing by at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Yeah, it looks like it's just the same note and a checkerboard pattern. So, nothing of note, I don't think. Now, next step is obviously to go to each of the pegs and tune them to the positions that we saw. Alright. I went back and double-checked both the vaults that we were able to input the code into. They're both still set on the green light, so they should be set to record, if I'm understanding the mechanics of how the island of Alida works. I have also saved my game, because I should mention at this point, between sessions, while I was trying to figure things out, I made another stop to Aaron's cabin. I watched the messages on his imager again, and I'm pretty sure that from what he said and what we saw of the guy in the first vault, and particularly what the Aaron in the black shirt said to us on this screen, and what he was doing in the last message on that imager, I'm almost positive that A, black shirt Aaron is Kivas, Aaron's twin brother, the manager that wanted to push the band to make another CD instead of all this, and B, Kivas is at best suspicious, at worst, our Gen for this game. But anyway, hopefully these should be playing the right notes, and they should be opening at least a couple of doors for us. Those sound the same. I have little confidence. Yep, that's the door. Kivas isn't showing up. Starting to wonder if we did anything. Is this another situation where I have to click and hold the button? Fuck! Okay, well, what the hell? I tuned the things. I set them to the positions you fucking told me to. Let me go back up here and try clicking and holding. Well, fuck. Well, where'd the elevator go? There it is. That's not an elevator, it's a passageway. I know what things are, of course I do. Anyway, it occurs to me, let me see. There it is. I think if I understand Aaron's messages correctly, that room where we're flipping the switch and controlling the plectrum is the pickup. That's Laval's area. So there's still one more area of Alida we haven't been to. And that's this. Actually, there's two more, because there's that T-Rider. Actually, there's plenty more. What am I talking about? Anyway, we still haven't been here yet. And I'm still not sure what exactly the deal is with these symbols. I'm guessing we need to find a blue, a red, and a green symbol that matches the flashes. I don't know. There are times when I love this game, times when I fucking absolutely hate it. Can you guess where I am right now?